So one thing I've seen in gyms a lot that's a little annoying is how some people don't know what chains are for. Especially, they'll just like half the chain and drape it over the edge of the bar, or they'll hang it by the last link from like an incline bench, and the chain doesn't even hit the ground. Like, it just goes around the air while they're training, and you'll get a little stability control effect with it, or practicing stability. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just throw another 25 or 10, 15, 25 pounds on the bar. That's not what the chain's for. The chain is actually designed to go onto the ground and come off of the ground as you go through the range of motion, changing the actual weight as you're traveling through the range of motion. That's what it's designed to do. So, I'll show you how to set it up. First off, I always like to double the chains up because I like to get a bigger change of weight going through the range of motion. I mean, if you were to set it up to where you wouldn't get, no one has a range of motion on a bench press to go all the way here and then all the way there, unless you're like Oscar and you have ridiculously long arms. That's it. So I always double them up. And so I'll double them up and set them on the ground. I'll half them. I'll show you. And actually, you can either put it right through the link in the chain, or you can just get one of these. Just actually, I really didn't even have to unfasten that because I have a little clip thing here. So you have a clip thing here, you can just use that. Probably should have looked at all this before I started. Son of a bitch. So what happens when you have fucking sausage fingers? Fuck. So you just clip it on there. You can actually get a few chains on that clip. I've done it before, but we're just going to use one for the sake of making this incredibly awesome educational video. Then hang it up. So it's all going to change depending on how long someone's arms are. For me, probably right there is good, because I don't press it much higher than that when I'm all the way extended. But then as I come down, it should almost be all the way on the ground, and then almost be completely off the ground when I'm pushed up. That way, you're getting the max amount of weight change through the range of motion. Let's set the other one up. Just try to match it to the other one. Now I may do a set of this and realize it needs to be adjusted, but this looks pretty good. So as you see, as I come down, you want to try to get as much of the chain on the ground as possible, and as you push up, get as much of the chain off the ground as possible. That's what you're aiming for when you set this up. You're not setting up for it to wave in the air whether you're down or up and the chain not hitting the ground. That's a little dumb, honestly. I think it's stupid. So as you can see, that's not bad. I could probably set it down a little lower. But you see what I mean. The chain goes onto the ground. I'd actually, if I had to pick whether I wanted the chain completely off the ground or all the way on the ground, I might set it to where it goes all the way on the ground, so that it feels like 135 at the bottom, but then at the top it changes. I don't know. That's kind of mid-range there. That works. So doubling up gets you a bigger weight change anyway. But I've got stumpy arms, so you're not going to get a complete range of motion with the chain. But somebody with longer arms where that's bigger, the chain may go all the way on the ground, all the way off the ground. But you guys get the point of what I'm trying to do. It's not to hang on top of the bar. I've seen people throw it over the end of the bar and then the chain just swinging while they lift. I've seen the chains fall off and shit. Now, the only exception to this would be dips and lunges. If you throw it over your neck to put out a weight, that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. When you're hanging from the bar, you need to hang it to where it hits the ground as you go down and comes off the ground as much as possible when you push up.